It says that my flight director's failed. And I am going to switch everything off. And I'm going to hope that when it comes back up, it all recovers. We are here in the Tri-Cities airport and feel like we've been grounded here for a minute after someone dumps a load of toxic chemicals on one of the runways. Amateurs. But anyway, still trying to get on our way to captain, and we aren't going to do that just sat on the runway, so we have picked up a sensitive cargo mission. We are sat at 7,835 out of 10,000 points. This mission, if we do it properly, should at least bump us into the 8,000s, like get us a little bit closer to our promotion to captain. So without further ado, let's get this mission accepted. Let's get in the air.
Transporter from dispatch. It's a sensitive cargo mission today. When you check the payload in the flight plan, please release the parking brake to start.
Good idea, actually. Parking brake.
Aircrew, be advised, today's fragile cargo is being manually handled onto the aircraft at the customer's request.
Fuel specifically to Salinas Municipal in California, just south of the Bay Area. So let's get our clearances. Let's get in the air. Ground, this is November 012 Sierra Bravo. Request taxi for departure.
November 012 Sierra Bravo. Runway 3 right, taxi via Alpha.
Clear for takeoff, runway 3 right, November 012 Sierra Bravo.
Transporter, have a nice flight. Keep the cargo secure.
Autopilot.
Well, looks like my flight director's failed. So I'm hand flying this. Well, on the PFD right there, I'll highlight it. It says no takeoff, and I noticed that right as I gunned the engines up for takeoff, that it said no takeoff, and I was like, well, it's probably a button that I've just forgotten to do. I'll figure it out. But actually what I think has happened is, and I've seen this before very sporadically, I don't know what causes it. It says that my flight director's failed. Either way, I think what I'm going to do is get up to 24,000, which is my cruising altitude. And I am going to switch everything off. Which like all the avionics, the engine, and then I'm going to start it all back up, and I'm going to hope that when it comes back up, it all recovers. That's all I can do at this point. Either that or I hand fly it all the way, and I don't really want to hand fly it just because I don't. You know, the flight director's tied to the avionics. I can probably just turn all the avionics off, not the actual engine. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay. So that wasn't the worst idea I've ever had in my life. Apart from the part where I accidentally knocked, I guess when I reset everything, it tuned the radio into one of the ATIS frequencies that was just out of band, so I think I've traded problems out right now. So good news is the autopilot's working, even though it still says that the flight director's failed. We have picked up the nav path, so we're going in the right direction, and I got rid of that awful noise in my ear, which again was due to second radio channel and some 80s frequency. I don't know. We're cruising at 24,000. This is okay. Now, a few things that have gone wrong since I reset everything is my gear status doesn't know what's going on, and the flap status here doesn't know what's going on in the MFD. And I'm going too fast right now to do anything with either of those anyway. We'll hear the flaps and we'll hear the gear if they drop, so hopefully when we actuate those, things go okay. Otherwise we'll have a whole different set of problems, but other than that, I think we're now on our way. Let's enjoy the flight, and I'll see you guys closer to the destination. All right, looks like they're going to vector us in slightly. So I just got the first call from air traffic control on the approach. I picked up the ATIS. It sounds like runway 26 is what we're probably going to wind up with. Still got a little ways to go. The light is rapidly fading. Yep, you can need those sunglasses much later, no longer. Descend and maintain 9,000, altimeter 2998, November 012 Sierra Bravo. Alright, so let's see if we can pick up an RNAV on this one. And then we'll have a moment of truth when I drop the flaps, whether or not we got flaps and gears and all that stuff.
November 012 Sierra Bravo. Contact Salinas Tower 119.525.
Contact Salinas Tower on 119.525, November 012 Sierra Bravo. Salinas Tower, this is November 012 Sierra Bravo on final for runway 31.
November 012 Sierra Bravo, Salinas Tower, wind 320 at 8, runway 31 cleared to land.
Clear to land runway 31, November 012 Sierra Bravo. Alright, first click of flaps. Still don't have a status update on the display, but I'm going to drop the gear. And we'll hear that thing anyway. Let's pick up the speed a bit more. Alright, well, we heard the gear go down. Ah, there it is, dead ahead, through the mist. Okay, beautiful. We're nicely lined up. Comfortably within the minimums. We're going to let this bring us in a lot of the way, and then just going to try and really gently ease it down, get those experience points. All right. I guess that's one thing about landing at this time of day is the airport. Well, I guess it depends. I've had Flight Simulator line me up on a few approaches where the runways didn't have lights and it was dark, and that was pretty wild. So having lights is definitely nice.
Autopilot.
All right, nice and easy. 400. 300. 200. 100. Nice and easy.
That was a harder landing than we like to see, pilot.
Oh, come on.
Taxi to parking at
November 012 Sierra Bravo. Exit left at Bravo.
Exit left at Bravo, November 012 Sierra Bravo. Let's turn the engine off. Let's find out how we did.
Transporter. Cargo unloading in progress. Stand by, pilot.
We landed too hard. It was a 271. That's beyond the 200 feet per minute threshold for getting a full good rating. However, we got a bunch of ratings, a bunch of bonuses, and we actually netted a total of 493 XP, bringing our total up to 8,328 out of 10,000. So this was actually a very nice bump indeed. We also made some money on this, despite the fact we lost some portion of our cargo. So all in all, successful flight. Well, I'll take it. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one. Well, that's a wrap on that one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. And remember, I'm not actually a pilot. I'm just a dumbass with a flight simulator. Catch you on the next one.